The Bunani May people live in western Papua, the Indonesian part of the island of New Guinea. They are up before dawn to build a house for their new chief, who has led the group since the death of his elder brother. They live a traditional lifestyle and keep out those who have embraced the modern world of their Indonesian rulers. They call it living inside the fence. Itapi is the chief of those who live inside this fence. Itapi recently took over the leadership of this group and wants to make it clear that his position was given to him by God.
Bunani duba ugata me kidi magatilo gata me ani to go ugata me kidi magatilo gate iko ko ugata me kidi mi ntita manago me bokani ya da to wa do ga ya pet ni mi wo we ga bo magi mama
The people here have accepted Itapi's authoritarian rule and build a house for one of his 5 wives. Others have left the group to wear clothes and live in the larger world outside. The Bunani may live inside this fence, isolated from the outside world. There's no physical fence, but a barrier that others respect. Itapi is head of 1,000 people called the Bunani May, a subgroup of the May tribe, who number about 50,000. In reality, it's only over a small group, the size of an extended family, that he can impose the rules he feels were given him by God. They live mainly off vegetables and sweet potatoes, and only eat meat on special occasions, like the pig feast that Itapi is planning to hold. But first, they must finish the house. The roof is made of palm leaves from the forest, which often have to be replaced in the heavy rain that falls up here in the mountains. Itapi has made one of his wives happy with the new house and does not neglect to thank his God. Itapi was clearly influenced by the Catholic missionary fathers of his childhood. Now he sees himself not as part of the flock, but as the leader.
Ugata megida dimbadum, ugata megida Awe pitoma. Papa pitoma natakayaya kay.
He takes the men up the steep path to the forest to cut a tree. The tree they are after is not for house building, but for a canoe that the women can use to go fishing on the lake. There's space for only one man to cut the tree. The rest offer verbal support. Itapi treats his group like a large family. He must have the authority of a father, but at the same time he wants to joke with them like brothers.
Ini waka mina bagay ko koya to ka bumakayo ka. Magidi migaya ka to magido ko. Magidi migaya ka to magido ko ko. Saka ini waka mina bagay ka we tege. Oko ma ka ko magiem. Oko ekina ka you opa you were na ka kina you opa you were na uto yo ko. You opa you were na ka uto yo ko. Ka you opa ko ya ko idana mato uto yo ko. Idana kaya ni ko wa beto ko wa yoga kina tuwata ko. Me ko ni yoga kina tuwata.
Ya ni waka biyak yoga. Imuda ko dayo ka. Ko yoga. Ko ya wito ito. Mena ko gumento ko mena kay mo gagaidan. Mena to ko mena mo gagaidan. Boko taidan ko yoga. Utayo to ya tayo. Enda dento.
Ini ko me ko buna. Utuma na umina. Tabana bagay. Ko ya ko okay ko kado ko dege. Ini ko me ko buna ko ti ko ya ko be ni tita. Okay ko. Woo! Beo, apina meibona akayaga mo ko. Akayaga mo ko ka. Aniyaga mo ko magitiga ka. Ko una ko. Apida magitoyo ko. Meiboda magitoyo ko tia. Ikaw ba ito ka do te do ko ma ka te pa.
Totogo finds a vine to tie the canoe, both to haul it down through the forest and to tie it up when they get to the lake. The canoe is heavy, so they need a lot of people. But it's also their custom to work together and sing together. They can get enough wood without depleting the forest, so long as they can keep the logging companies outside their fence. While there's no road up from the coast to the lake, they're still safe. Finally, they reach the edge of the water, where the women are just back from a fishing trip. At the launch, they perform a waiter, which is a traditional May war dance. With the canoes they've made, they catch fish in the lake. They all work together, surrounding the fish and chasing them into their nets. The canoes are unstable, and the fish are few and small, but make up nearly all the protein they get to eat. Most food comes from their gardens, which are collectively owned. They work together, under the ever-watchful eye of their leader. They plant sweet potatoes, leeks, and spinach. Sweet potatoes were introduced here from South America centuries ago. They help make it possible for the people to live in these highlands, in what is still one of the least explored corners of our world. Lots of vegetables are needed for the pig feast. Etapi needs to show to all the surrounding groups that he has plenty of power and influence. The way to do this is a big pig feast. They must not be short of food.
Tani wai to ko. Awe ta ga mi ibo bugi da ga. Ko na ya gi mo tita. Ito ko kai ni ti awi to na. Yo ga bagay ya ko. Ede pede ubaima. Ekina kado edai ne ubaima. Ekina muni ne ubaima. Yuona ya ke me idana ga. Yu ko bi pagay eti ya.
Domestic pigs will be slaughtered for the feast, but Gaetobi and Teko Kepo are still dreaming of the days when they could hunt wild pigs in the forest. The Bunani May, like all the May tribes, lived as hunter-gatherers for centuries, shooting game in the forest with their bows and arrows. Though there's little left to kill now, they still have the skills to make arrows for all types of game. The forests above them used to be teeming with tree possums, a small marsupial that formed a major part of their food. They miss the hunting, and they've also given up using their bows and arrows to fight people.
Bunani baga ya pepa iparo. Wodama bedo matto wagia. Bunani baga ka ekinama bedo ma wodama to wagia.
They've had major battles against the Indonesians, but there's no evidence of recent cannibalism even among the rival groups.
Kiki topine dodo te kwatine. Kiki yomikidi.
Ekina na wagia. Ayam na ko wagia.
Ki no be kwa pada be ko ini pada ko ni Bunani ka pada. Me ya ni mai ni na ko pada ini pada Bunani ka pada.
Go. Bedo de go. Ikan bai to gata me kida menta. Dibukai ke to gata me kida di okai komenta.
Ki to miawete. Ki taka di miawi ne ki no kai.
Mapega ba koi.
Ki mi ga ko mutikumi. Tandari na
Awai. Koi. Awai te mu mai ka. Ki ka ke o kwa one ki one da binne kidi. One kumete.
Kwa no be na. Kwa na. Kwa na. Para tilkin.
Go.
Hey. Patara garte. Bedo wari gida tia wari gida. Ah, no go kwa udo. Kwa doga. Ai ko oi. Now, better pain. Now.
While the men dream of hunting, the women are working on practical things. They're weaving bark cloths and bags so as to look their best at the feast. As he did with the men, Itapi cajoles and entertains. This time, he gives the children his own version of a fashion show. Like a good politician, he gives the kids the nearest he can to sweets, sweet potatoes. Itapi checks their preparations for the pig feast. Another banapa is used as a belt by Itapi. It's only 2 days now till the pig feast, and there's a major piece of work still to be done. They must build the big house for the expected guests. First, they have to go to the forest to cut the wood. Itapi is still giving the orders. The men seem happy to heed his beck and call. They've got all they need from the forest. Boards for the walls, vines to tie them, and palms for the roof. They still remember to thank the spirits, as their ancestors did, despite Itapi's one god. They do it with a song.
Kayo kami ne doktor ne oa migino. Bunaya kami ne doktor ne oa migino. Ao newe. Mau ga mepi, mau ga katutai tage. Me wo mepi, me wo katutai tage no. Ne we ne do ya.
Because he believes it's the will of God, Itapi cajoles his people to build in the way their ancestors taught them. In reality, though, he has little choice.
Putewa mo. Tere parbe qua. Da un ten be qua, mi ribe. Ie ya kai ko be qua. Pia ya ko te kia tipa ko wo wai ko o to ko tu atipa. E ko yibuna de makapa. Yibuna de makapa. Ko ani ya ko to ya. O ani ko tu makato. O ko ya ko na dai ko do ka. O ka na da. Me ka na da. Ani ko tu makato to ya ani. Ko ai ko budaya di mai, ko budaya di mai, ko budaya di mai ni ta. Ko ai ko makati meta, wada work ya.
As well as for the pig feast, the house is the men's daily meeting place, where they sit and sing and practice their crafts.
Me no ida ne tu ata. Me no ida kai ne tu ata. Ito ko kai tai ne ko ka. Ie ko ne tu ata. Ito ko kai tai ne ko ka. Iki yue da. Hoi. Ki ya ka pie na ni. Ki ya pie ni ni. Finito ko wada we wada ta. Wada we. Ko ini ko Budaya mati da be ko ka mei bo ka ini ya ka ada ti wada ni ma ya ita. Budaya ya ka ya wi ne ka ni ya dokto.
They smoke homegrown tobacco, which they fold inside a palm leaf.
Tawa ne ka ti ai pa ko wada we. Ie ne mi ke ka. Iki mana yuera? Me ino ko niyo moteta. Me ino ko niyo mi ke ta. Oh, amiguete ko ni agagine, bebigine. Kaidan taine. Kodogine te kodoka. Ka mi kumai. Mu ma ti kumine. Kumu mona. Ga agiya giniowa. Bebade miowa. Ini ya ka. Agiya giniowa, napa giniowa.
Though much is communally owned, they do buy and sell to each other. And one valuable item is a penis gourd.
Ani ko tika kai ga to ne me.
Okay. Ina ka pagida arki.
Bunani ka ada ti ko ko ni ka tika. Ta ga ko ani bugite ta ko ma ani bunani kai boga. O amiga ta ko ma. O amiga ta ko ma. Ko tika ko ma.
No one knows how the custom of wearing penis goods started, but they're worn throughout the highlands of Papua and New Guinea. What they do know is that with the pig feast approaching, they have to look their best.
Ibon ako makaingay. Koti ya gata ibo ko dong limekit mo ada ba ka din. Yung wala niya magagaano ka kaya ka pede kayo ka. Manari ko kaya ko. Mega nami pa. Ikai po eh. Deu kipi. Deu. Ari dante woto ka tipi.
Abi kama ka dotan udah kim.
Aniki.
Ba kim.
Aniki yuwa ko di guys pero may da makiyo ka kay. Okay, ako muna kadikyo kakadaw ka na kay.
Be ko kaya ni.
Ayo ko di gata ko na kadikyo ka pag yakit. Peki, be ka gata na gito. Na kay na ako kaya kay. Gano kaya ki.
Nega be no betani.
Ikaw be na kay.
Kaya mo be, kaya mo.
Abel, ako tagagawa daw makimiya makaitit-tipig ko kaya ka tetan. Na, okay. Kain kiyo ka. Sa akin kiniyakit pa.
Kinakada na kanita.
Itapi has another problem to deal with before the feast. His niece has been sleeping with a man from the next village. Enforcing the rules is the leader's job.
Kogo kakotay. Mego makagaya na jato ko ko.
Ide ka to na mogai ko ka uma. Ide ka to na mogai ma uma makayo ka. Kade mege tiya ka to pio ini yako.
His answer is to get the families together to fix the bride price, which is paid by the groom. The girl's brother gets things started. The bride price is paid in cowrie shells, passed down through the generations. They can't get more, so bride prices are not subject to inflation. By nightfall, the shells are handed over and the deal is done. The next morning is the last day before the feast. They must go to the holy garden to get food. This food cannot be bought or sold. People only enter the holy garden when Itapi brings them together to pass through its fence.
Me manano motika itara gida mo keke ba neka. Damo keke ba. Keke ba. To me na mi ta. Yo kabia ka tigmi yo. Kinaya gani motinera niya. Awe ta ko me yuo na ine ko ka yuo. Bunani ka yuo. Awe ta. Wa wo ta. Ko wado to ko wa mo teti pai. Ya tu meno na meno. Na ya glo moti meno. E bia ya e kroa. Ko mi to ko ya mo ta piga. Ku go ya ipai. Itara glo wado yo piga. Itara glo wado yo piga. Itara glo wado yo pai. Wado yo pai go wado ka ka tia petia naida. Ave ta ka tia petia to ta. Ai io do en tamanado do ga. Ike. Kau dia dah kita mana kau ani ya kau bawa bel cara mai bawa adat. Ugatta me kita ugaya bitana gonte etika tikago. Mewa me bebu ya kau gapu makapeuta bugida makapeuta kau dari do gania. Kikanya kabo mana. Bugida mama teg di yoko ya pe kutaro. Ko bugi marika ogaya to taro. Ugata me ro utaro. Ini mega ugata me gida oga gida ko mugata gi ya ugata me maro utaro. Pe wa gi ya me makata wani ya taro. Iko ya ni ya do.
Itapi's followers obey his word and are heavily laden on the steep trail back home. Itapi is expecting a big crowd, and he checks that there are enough vegetables for them all. That night, the first guests for the pig feast arrive over the hill. Itapi's group are ready to greet them. They're greeted with song and the May welcome. First a handshake, then a snapping of the fingers.
Bunani ani amari ne derken kumita ka te gado. Mega kwani deki. Ito kiwo weki. Oh me pai ko na. Ewo ko no pa. Epido. Ada kaya ni na wito pa. Kada ni pa. Kada me na ni pa ni.
A solitary pig is guided up the path. Itapi had no pig, so bought 2 for the feast. But settling an argument with his neighbor cost him 1. It's bad news for him if there's not enough meat to go round.
Ini ya Bunani kana ya kaiti ya wine kini kina wakati yawe. Wakati yawe toten.
Even lighting the fire is done the traditional way, without matches. Itapi is the chief of the group who live here, as well as for all the Bunani tribes whose leaders have come today. It's these leaders who he most needs to impress. The pig is cut with a traditional wooden knife. They'll have to take extra care that the meat goes round. A lot more people are still to come. They cook by putting hot rocks in a pit. The pit is lined with leaves before the pig meat and vegetables are put in together. Dividing one pig into 200 pieces is a hard task for anyone. The meat has been shared without rancor, so Itapi's standing amongst the other Bunani groups is good. Now is only the dance to worry about. The dancing goes into the night and on till dawn, when men follow the words of their songs and take their chosen girl off to the forest. The event has gone well for Itapi. His reputation with his neighbors has been enhanced, and he has strengthened his hold over his own people.